Vargas. I appreciate you for being here.
I'm sure right now it's target hit. This is what we call a magic hour.
All right, I'm taking this.
Upside ahead, the momentum to the upside ahead, everything aligning, live price and historical data, right?
Right there.
Welcome, this is PackTV. Sit back, relax, and watch how we day trade with statistics.
PackTV, God-given, so I gotta make it happen, I'm on mission. Not like them, I'm different, that bag come with a pension. Talk about that business, shit like I'm hard all in the pain. Shining hard, don't need no chain. All this drip, it feel like rain. Everything on me, got it on my name. They don't got it like this, they don't talk it like this. I was built for this. That TV not like guns, take it away.
Stop me, it's me. If you're doing this for the women, you're losing. Do this shit for yourself. I do this shit for myself.
They rigged the race long before your first breath. Signed your name in the ledger, made a bet on your death. Puppet masters and neckties, count your hours like cash. Presidents pushing their pieces while you fade in the ash. Game theory kings in a smoke-filled room, writing out the rules to your ruin. The world ain't chaos, it's their game. Their game. You never learn a script they spin, cause they don't want you to ever win. Flip the fucking board, let it rain, let it rain. Burn it down, burn it down. Burn it down, burn it down. Lead over production, too many mouths have been thrown. Shine a rise in the rear view, old empires turn to bone. Same damn cycle, same sharp teeth in a grin. They sell you fate on a pay-per-view, call it virtue, call it sin. Game theory kings in a smoke-filled room, writing out the rules to your ruin. The world ain't chaos, it's their game. Their game. You never learn a script they spin, cause they don't want you to ever win. Flip the fucking board, let it rain, let it rain. Burn it down, fire, raised on a rerun lie, told to choose a side.
Welcome, this is PackTV.
Bowie in London, Bowie in London, Bowie in London, 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 London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. It's time for London Open. We got London with Bowie, and PackTV. You already know what time it is. Get your asses in here. Let's go. Let's get it. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. London with Bowie. PackTV.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Might be a very quick trade coming up, so please bear with me. As we're breaking to the downside here. Going to be waiting for this close. 3, 2, 1. All right, short. Very quick trade to start the day off here. All right. Good morning, everyone. We had a bit of an unexpected crash on the first stream. I still don't know what happened. It was on and then it wasn't. And it was off. So that's why there's two links. But we should be good on this one, I hope. Going to put some chill music in here. Hang on. Please don't ear rape. This might work. Cool. All right. Hope y'all had an amazing weekend. Also, let me turn my cam on for y'all to make this a bit more fun. There we go. But the name tag is in the way, it looks like. I think it moves. Hang on. Let me take the name tag away. Or maybe, can I? I don't think I can. There we go. That's better. Freaking name tag. All right. So we're short here on the London Open. Reason being, there's a few things behind this. First of all, we have a very, very nice in-stat high of day. We have an out-of-stat low of day. So in terms of daily distribution, daily high and low, we're looking like a bearish bias for the morning. We're expecting that low of day to go. And we also have most retracement hourly open stats below, even though the most of the PA is up, this big drop. Obviously, there was only one hourly open up there, and all the others were pretty much down here. You had 6, 7 p.m. and then all other opens below with our P12 low right down there as well. So yeah, that's the main reasoning why this is a nice short. We have an instant high of day out of that low of day. Session wise, we've now made a super nice instant high of session. So dropping here would be confirming that. And then while we're here, let's smack a volume profile real quick, see where we are in relation to daily volume. Rejected value area high, also a good sign for shorts. Yeah, just overall, a very clean short. Again, if this loses, right? That's with anything. But yeah, clean trade. Someone ban Kawa, please. I can do it myself, actually. If we come to the 5-minute here, we can clearly check the MFEs. So this is something I've implemented over the weekend. Looking at the high statistical MFEs for the day. On our London Open break. So on the right here, you can see in the last 31 days, we've hit 0.08% distribution. And actually, 3 days in a row, we've hit over 0.24% in the morning, which means big moves. So let's see if we can keep that streak going. Would be nice. On the other side, guys, if we do go up, which is what we're doing at the moment, I'll take that long. We do have a big kind of price range today here where we haven't really transacted much. Lots of, well, you could call them gaps in the markets. Could be a signal that we might want to distribute higher first before potentially coming down later today. So happily take a long. I just think the shorts are a bit more high quality today. If we look at all the stats below. Freaking daily profiler bugging out again. Come on. Okay, there we go. Freaking. Don't know what's going on. All right, looks like we're going to get stopped out here. Looks like we're just not ready to go short. Where's the low volume when you need it? Right at the value area high again. Yeah, if we break above here, like I said, we have a lot of playroom to go back up. Down here is where most distribution has happened, where most trading has been going on. Up here, I mean, we have room for a clean move up. I kind of like where we're positioned with the 3 a.m. today. But yeah, we're gonna have to see it give some direction first. I wish you could lock this indicator to show you the data from a time frame. Just like I do with my indicator here, this is all 5-minute based, even though we're on the 1 minute, so might be a good update. Random break on false indicator. Yeah, that one is over here. But this is the daily New York levels one, just set for London. So I had a call with Austin on the weekend, and we discussed a bit of these London Open moves. And I was saying, like, hey, right, they're beautiful, they work, but I want to see if I can, you know, increase my upside a little more. Because even though most of the time we win more than we lose, I still feel like I'm not really abusing the days where we follow the plan to a T. And that's why I made a change with this. I'll go over it later. When you use statistics, do you find most of the time it aligns with the volume profile? Yeah, dude, definitely. It's actually pretty funny how it aligns with statistics. Now, not always. Sometimes you have statistics giving you one side, and then the volume profile says, hey, we go this way most likely. But more often than not, it's actually hand in hand, yeah. So just to give you an example, if we go over here, this high volume area right here, POC, this is 88179. Keep in mind that's ES. What did I say? I can also put this on MES actually. Oh, now the POC changed. All right, hang on. I'll put it on MES. So these high volume nodes and the POC, this one is 88179. 88179. So nothing there statistics wise, but then at the POC 75273, this is where the fun happens, because the POC is literally here. Now, what do you notice about my chart? First things first, we have most hourly opens clustered up here. So this area, statistics wise, is a high probable area to come back to and tag. You know what also has a high probability of price coming back to and tagging? The POC. So that's right on the same level. There's also, I'm not sure, let's check the 5 minute. It's also right in the middle of another high probable MFE. This MFE cluster here. So yeah, volume profiles right here kind of saying the same thing, like, hey, right now as it stands, this is a good area to come back to. Now, does that mean it happens? No, obviously. It's just probabilities. And then also, most of the time, not today, today is not the case, but most of the time you'll see statistics line up with the value area highs or low. And what I mean is, I've had plenty of days where extreme MFEs or key levels like the P12 were at value areas. And when they're combined, it's just kind of volume confirming what statistics confirm. or vice versa in a way. Sometimes when we're trending, you want to see that break outside of value, and then on the daily profiler, you confirm in a certain direction, and you'll see the price cloud be super trendy down or up, following that volume profile breakout idea. And again, it's not always like that, but yeah, I would definitely say having a volume profile on definitely helps, and you'll sometimes see things line up perfectly, which again can give you extra confidence maybe, or you decide to stay out of a certain trade or take a certain trade. Please ignore this also. This is based on the 1 minute now, but the 5 minute is what we care about. Still funny to see that even the 0.28 is on a 3-day streak. All right, well, we're somehow still in the trade. That 3 a.m. high of session still holding. I'm going to put this back on ES because ES is still the leading volume profile I want to look at always. Yeah. So one thing that sucks is we do have our trade right in the middle of a super high volume node, which I don't like. I never really like. Again, all a high volume node is transactions, chop, price interaction. So let me go back up. Yeah, we're looking really good for a clean downside day, but on the other hand, you never know what the market wants to do. Let's go see if the daily profiler is finally working. Come on. What's going on? All right, well, I think it's bugging out. Let me change this. Looks like we're coming back up here. Again, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Looking for a long or short again. If we do fail to break above, I will just say, I think right now, shorts are the better play. So there's two things here. If we do get stopped out, I'll take a long, hoping we fill some of these MFEs. And if we then reject, that will give me a higher probability or a higher confidence in the shorts now, because we've spent some of this upside budget, which now means that if we want to see these MFEs filled and we break below here, most likely we're going to be filling those MFEs on the downside at that point. So another reason why I'll still take a long. Could maybe get a cash flow in there, but All right, let's see if I can finally use the daily profiler. Come on. Okay, I think we're good now. So we're long true broken New York 2. Short true. Okay. So if we break short, which again, we have a pretty small London box so far, confirming that chop, by the way. So if we are short, do a little bit of a war game. I don't think, no, you guys can't see my, okay, yeah. You guys can't see the profiler. What indicator for volume is that? Sorry, I totally missed those questions. It's not an indicator, it's just a tool right here on the left. If you go to projection, you have this fixed range volume tool. Just drag it from, you have to click twice, so you have to drag it from whatever time anchor you want. So let's say I want 8 p.m. here. Boom. And then it will show you the volume distribution for that period. And if you click this, extend right, you'll make sure it updates with every candle, every movement, every tick. If you turn that off, it's going to show you a fixed profile, as you can see. Now if I click extend, it extends all the way back. And also make sure you set the row size to 1,000. By default, it's like 20 something or 30. Then it looks like this. So now you're just adding accuracy by switching that higher. Yeah, dude, we're at the point of control for the day, which is not a good thing. I'm playing in the 50% of Friday, and the low of the day is like out of stat. Yeah. Imagine somewhere later down the road. Dude, I think a lot of stuff is going to get automated. Yeah, but like even trade bots won't be able to copy some stuff that we do, right? Like a trade bot won't adapt something because they see this and that statistic, do this and that, or update, or like bots are good because they take away emotion. They can trade whatever time window. They can stick to it like a robot, essentially. But there's still negatives and positives always. Like there's stuff we do that a trade bot won't just quickly do. But I do think Austin is potentially going to do something really great with the gunship that he's working on. The risk management on that bot is insane. Had a little sneak peek. Really good risk management for a trading bot. Really good. Probably the best I've ever seen. And it's not even finished. Well, almost. Just bug fixing, I believe. All right, still in the middle of the range. Going to the profiler. If we break short, which we can in 2 minutes, if 2 minutes pass, our range stopped forming. London short, we'll have a 67%. Oh no, 66.86% chance of staying true, and a 33% chance of staying false or going false. Sorry. Which would mean we're more likely to have a trendy day, but nothing's guaranteed. the minority might play out where you have the 33% and you do get a false. False times usually around 3:45 to 4:15. Yeah, I don't like how it's showing this. And then if we go long, switch this thing over to long, we have a 65% chance of staying true, so slightly lower. We're expecting the same false time windows. Actually, there's a higher probability that we go false on the curve. So essentially, if we do want a nice trendy move, a short would be better, or we do a long false. But yeah, right now, even the profiler is saying, hey, if you want to have a good move, most likely you want it to be to the downside. So it goes hand in hand with our analysis, right? With the out of stat low of day, with all the hourly retracements below. But we're having a chop fest at the London Open here. Let's take a look at our long falls. Okay, long falls. Yep. Where's the Asian OU? Up there. Yeah. High and low of day times is kind of bugging out right now. Cool. We go to levels. Let's take a look. P12. Our mid has a 83% hit rate with our current combination. Oh, wait. No, I'm still on a long falls. Hang on. Okay, 85% hit rate still. P12 low, 74% hit rate, which is down here, which supports taking the out of stat low of day. There's just so much. P12 high, lower hit rate. Yeah, I don't think we're coming to the P12 during London today. Would be insane. So still, everything's pointing short. Does that mean we go short? Nope. But it is going to be something I will still look for. So if we do break long, like I said earlier, I'll look for most of the MFE to get filled on the 5-minute, not the 1-minute MFE. And then either we reject after spending the high probable budget and we break below again for another short, or we do keep on ripping. If we keep on ripping, it's going to be interesting because we do have the Asia Open range above, which has an 83% hit rate. So I could be playing the long game today and hold a few, maybe 1 or 2 contracts all the way up to that Asia Open. But we got to keep in mind that is still a super nice instant high of day. We're on a Monday, which if we look at a weekly profile, Monday is well known to make the low of the week or the high of the week. So 2 things, right? Either this is the high of the week already and we're going to have a super bearish week, which I don't think. We still have a bit of a gap as well. Or we see today be a very bearish day, for example. We set a maybe New York 930 low. And then right at 930, we see prices reverse and we locked in that low of the week. So this would be what I hope for most. London continuing down, mean reverting this move up. And then New York mean reverting London, setting a low of week, low of day, and us getting a bullish week from there. Make sure you guys like the stream a little, guys, because last stream had likes, but it broke. It freaking broke. It was on, and then I think at like half a minute it started lagging, and then YouTube just took it down. It might have been my Wi-Fi, might have been Restream. Yeah, we're just chopping up right now. There's a good thing and a bad thing about this, because obviously, usually after a big chop, what follows is a big expansion, a big move. So that's nice, right? We can be expecting a big move. We just don't know when. And the stupid part right here. Hello, struggling with words. It's right on our entry. It's right on our London Open range, which is not perfect. I'd rather have price stall somewhere while I'm in a trade or while I'm waiting for a trade above or below. But yeah, this is pretty risky. I noticed we're also not super high on the volume. Like normally you see London give a pretty big volatility kick, but I must say today was small. I don't know. It was not nice. So for people that don't know what this is total volume after 1 a.m. entering the markets. Normally on the London Open, I'll go back to last Friday, you'll clearly see, right? London comes in, boom, price rockets up, and you can just see it keeps going up faster than we did before during Asia. But today, I mean, you can clearly see we're kind of slowing down. Look at this. Right, we're not really keeping that momentum up. We're kind of... Where's the drawing tool here? We're kind of making this ball kind of compared to a decent straight line just going up. So if you were to draw it with the beginning volume there, you can clearly see we're slowing down, which is not typical for London. It's more of a pre-London thing. So yeah, price is just clearly stuck in this drop. And there's not really much activity because of it. Three dojis back to back. Wow. Yeah. If you see that, you just know the market's balanced. It's indecisive at this point. All you can do is just wait. Right, we're either going to break up or down, or sometimes what you'll see is price looks like it's breaking one way and then it smashes the other. So we'll see. I have coffee, so it's fine. Is it fine though? Yeah, I'm gonna so suggest this toggle for a 5-minute time frame. Dude, you know how easy it would be if you just had the 5-minute data on the 1-minute chart without having to switch? Just like, again, I have here. You can see it's even saying it here, average volume 5 minutes. It's showing 5-minute data on the 1 minute, which I think would be super helpful for this as well. Reason you don't want to watch the 1-minute MFEs and everything, guys, it's only from the past, what, 17 days or so. That's way too adaptive. That's not reliable enough. Set past 72 days, right? It's giving you a few months. It will average out, right? If we're going more volatile or we're going bigger expansions, it will update slowly. We mooning today? We could very well go up. I'm fine with whatever. I just kind of want us to get out of this chop. I would prefer to see London break lower for then it to become easier for New York to set in that low of week, low of day around the 9:30 potentially. Because I do believe we could be looking at a bullish week. We kind of have a hard distribution here from Thursday. Knowing these markets, right? This is an area we might see filled soon. So a bullish week might do that. Who knows? Okay, we're back at the low of the range. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Most likely just going to suck straight back up. Price closed 6 times at the same level, did it? Oh, you might be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Wow. Did not even see that. Yeah, that's funny. Again, take this drop with a grain of salt, people. I keep saying it, right? The extreme of the chop is right here. So we could easily see a bounce back up. I just realized I don't think I set a TP yet. I don't think I set a partial TP yet in all this time. No, I didn't. I forgot to set a partial TP. Wow. I might be a little stupid. Again, if we do start dropping, I'm expecting the low of day to go, guys. So I'll be going in a little bit riskier. I'll close less of my trade on the partial to really attack all this high probable MFE and everything below us. So if I draw boxes, right, we have our high probable key area here. Then we have another MFE area here. And then the extreme is right at the P12 low here. Could change the coloring for these actually. Hang on. There we go. So in short, this area here has so we've just tapped it, as you can see, the first MFE. This right here is a 95% strike rate. And then, right, you can see, so 95% strike rate all the way to a 65% strike rate. Then right here, we have a 55 to a 45% strike rate. And zone C is going to be the more extremes, which, as you can see, we've all hit them. We're on a nice streak where we're doing it for quite some time. 0.08 has been hit 65 days out of 72 days with a 31-day streak. Now, one thing I don't like about this is, if we're just looking price action wise real quick, impulsive lag slowing down here. So what we could be seeing is a push up, especially now that we reject the MFEs here. This is a key sign that, hey, we might reject these MFEs and we might distribute them on the upside here. So we're just gonna have to watch this, see how it develops. But we're right now doing a pretty key bullish signature here, which could mean we're going to be filling those high probable MFE areas to the upside instead. And again, if we do go up, guys, I'm shooting for a big move. Look at what we're doing in the last few days here. If I were to just draw imaginary lines here, right, we have been pretty much distributing in this general range here. So yeah, a big move up, dude, would be totally in line with how we're moving here. But also, like I said, Asia open range, 83% hit rate, Asian OU above us, P12 high. And I'm actually starting to like the longs a little more now, because if we do actually reject these high probable MFEs, just going to be more likely we're going to be filling them on the upside here. It's just going to become more and more likely. All right, let me click this back. How do you use Sunday range in the higher time frame random indicator? I don't use a Sunday range. I totally missed that question, by the way. Last 15 minutes of the hour can be the break. Yep, Q4. 100 contra extra. It's whenever Kawa says this happens or that happens, you just do the opposite, I think. Where did he say it? 842. So Kawa said 100 contracts short now, right here. Great job sniping the low, Kawa. Great job. Okay, we might get stopped out here. But like I said, yep, stopped out. I'll happily take this long if we go up here. Just gonna wait for, okay, no close. Was just going to say, we're just gonna have to wait for the close. So long on this short falls. I totally missed that because this was apparently a break below. So we are short falls right now, which confirms higher upside movement. Okay. We just have to remember we do have that out of stat low of day. And lots of MFEs above us. Small this down a little. All right, let's see if we break here. Yep. Okay, I'm long. Shooting for 0.07% extremes. Stop loss is going to be 8840. Okay. Other side of the range. Now have our long. TP right in the middle of the high, right at the extreme of the high probable MFEs. I like that. That's good. So that is right at 89325. 89325. Going to put a sell limit there. Again, I'm betting on a very big bullish move if we do manage to distribute up. So, like I said, I'll be taking less contracts off, trying to hold a bit more to higher targets. If we do see that long holding. We could also just get chopped up today. I think most of our Mondays are very green, so having a losing Monday in there once in a while is perfectly normal too. Yeah, Mondays are a little too good actually, usually. New York easily takes care of all out of stats. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, London is very good at mean reverting or continuing a trend. So what you'll usually see is either Asia is very, very trendy, and then right around London Open, we see mean reversion kick in. But today, you can actually see we started mean reverting here way before London. And this is a pretty key pattern that, hey, London might just distribute now, continue this right here, and shoot up. Again, it's a pattern. It's something that happens a lot. You can see right here we were continuing, and then mean reversion kicked in right there at London after 4. Same thing here. London mean reversion. And here it continued for the most part until later in the session. You had early mean reversion and then shooting back below. Continuation mean reversion. I'm just surprised how green I am with the last few London sessions. They haven't really been that clean. This one was clean Wednesday. Thursday was clean. I missed the short. Friday was okay. Could have been better, I think. Could have been better. All right, we're moving again. I'm taking a small portion off here at the cash flow targets. Oh, shoot. Because I want to make the money run. I want to make my contracts work for me here on this potential very bullish move that we might be seeing. So right now for targets, 0.07, going to take a few contracts off. Then there's going to be another contract off right here at the high probable MFE. So I'm actually just put lines on where my targets will be for you guys. Can I make this a template? I probably can. So I'm gonna make this green. Scale out. That's what we'll call it. Can I make this like a bit lime greeny, maybe? Make it like a little more bright. That's not working. Oh, that's the text. Oh, wait. Boom. There we go. That's better. Called scale out. Okay. So one target there. Another one going to be at the high probable MFE there. 0.09 distribution. Can I copy this like so? Yes. As we can see right here, even 0.12 is on a 54% probability, 0.1351 or 51 days, sorry, probability is higher. So lots of good targets here. There's going to be another scale out here at the higher portion of the MFE coming back. So you have 1, 2, 3 scale outs. I'm just gonna let the money work for us here. Actually, this could be up here. It's fine. If we can, there we go. Those are going to be the first scale outs here on this trade. Just gonna have to write these levels down. 8950. Contract off. 8960. Another one off. Shooting towards the P12 mid. New York easily takes care of all auto stats. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. Dude, definitely. Keep in mind, guys, today during the New York session, if we hit an all-time record on the stream, it's going to be a pretty big giveaway. So be there, I'd say. The New York session. Hey, if you guys hit it during Magic Hour, that will work as well. That will work as well. But I do know most people join at the New York Open. So we started with a bit of a business expense here. But like I said, if we're going to be doing this long, I want to let these contracts work for me. So normally I scale out 66% at base hit. I'm now going to be doing 33. And here are 2 aggressive scale outs afterwards, both 1 contract. So I'll be out 6 contracts when all these levels have been met. And then I'll have 6 more to distribute between new probability levels towards the upside, with 1 running all the way to the transfer today. Again, want to let my money work. Want to let the contracts work. All right, so that's first order filled. Super aggressive 4 a.m. open. Let's see if we hit these next targets here. Gonna return New York levels up back on 5-minute time frame. Looking for this high probable MFE area to be met. Let's take a look at what the probability is for that Asia. So we are short falls. P12 mid, 96% hit rate. Key distribution time, London. So that P12 mid there, super high probability. And then let's take a look at the Asia broken 84% probability. All right, another contract off, guys. As you guys can see. Scale out number 2 has been hit. That was a contract. Now I have 5 contracts off. And we're racing towards the next contract here. Let's see if we hit it. We're racing up here. I have 1 contract off at the extreme in the middle here. And then another off at the P12 mid. I'm just slowly letting this distribute for me here. So this one is going to be at 89775. Wait, 89750. Another contract off there. And then, okay. Now another one at 89925 or 50. Oh, this is going to be, hang on. I think I messed that up. Yeah. Should be at the extreme here. This is 980. Actually, you know what? Screw what. I'm going to take 2 off at the P12 mid instead. It's such a high probability that we take that P12 mid. 89925. 89925. Such a high probable freaking level today, guys. That has to be where I scale out a few more contracts. Such a high probable level. My target is Friday value high. Let's see where that is. Are you doing it on MES or ES or MQ? Where are you doing it on? For people doing the traditional way of scaling out, guys, your scale out target is going to be P12 mid like me, or the 3 to 4 a.m. MFE, which we've just hit. So yeah, you would have done 3 to 4 a.m. MFE. That would have been contracts off, and then you're going to either do P12 mid now or Asian OU average MFE, whatever you like. I'm just saying, I think we could very well see prices reach that OU today. Just saying. I do believe so. So I have 2 contracts off at the P12 mid. And then I'll have a little bit left to play with towards our beautiful Asian OU and transfer and everything. Again, 0.24% is a 50% chance we hit it. So from the break, 0.24% is going to be all the way there. That's far up, guys. That is pretty far up. That's pretty much at the Asian OU. And what did I say, right? Rejection of this MFE here. Hard rejection up. That was my key sign that, hey, I might want to look for longs here because it looks like we're rejecting this and we might be spending our budget further up. And now look what's happening. We are totally doing that right now. Definitely spending our budget further up. Just looking to see if we hit that P12 mid. It's just for context, guys, that P12 mid has a... Oh, I have to click this away. Hang on. 96% probability today, with key time window being London. So yeah, would be stupid not to have a bit of a scale out there. It's such a good high probability level. And then also we have Asia being an 84% chance of being broken. And our median time is 5:30, 5:45. So we're well on track to hit that. So yeah, like I said, just going to make these contracts work for me a little. What is your price for the average MFE? On the falses, Dale? the falses, it is right at 90475 on the false profiler, breakout and false. Yep, I don't like the update. I like the boxes. Well, that's not an update. Oh, did we just tick reject that? Did you just see that? I think we just tick rejected the order. Oh, no, I got filled. Top Step filled me for once, guys. Clapping my hands for Top Step. They filled me instantly. That is rare. That is really rare. All right, so now I have a few more contracts running here. Gonna just let these work for me. If we look, yeah. We're just going ham. Midpoint of this MFE distribution is also right at the Asian OU. Oh shit. We're going crazy. Gonna have to make sure I take 2 more contracts off at the Asian OU. Just about rejected that. Wow. Insane. Insane move so far. Asian OU, super high hit rate, 84% chance of hitting. Just going to be our next logical scale out here. Going to put this on the Asian OU. Again, Asian OU is also, like I said, at that point, 23%. Just before the 0.24 maximum. And then I'll have 2 contracts left running when we hit the Asian OU. And that's just going to be for the transfer and potentially taking the P12 high even. If we do so. It's going to be my fuck you contract. Oh, not allowed to swear on stream. But it quite literally is my fuck you contract. Done for the morning. Trade 1 loss. Trade 2, 50 contracts, 9 off. Yeah, I did 12 contracts here. Didn't want to risk 15 all the way. But great trading, Twist. And Q already over Asian OU. Nice. Yeah, I'm basing this off of ES probabilities. Jay was laughing his ass off. Here comes the Asian OU. No, I might jinx it. Stop is going to the 75%, by the way. There's Asian OU. 885.25. what? Not 885. 885. 0.25, I guess. All right. Now we're green for the day. And we're going to see where this brings us. Great trading, guys. Great freaking trading. All right, turn that loss around into a nice win. We're now green for the day. Lovely stuff. We go back to the 5 minutes. Yeah. What level is this? 914. Okay. Yeah. Some good old mean reversion. Here, I'll make a snip just so you guys can see. We're not just bluffing this, we're actually doing it all live. That's the trade at the moment. NQ already over Asian OU, taking the cash flow. Nice. Grain Monday, I already closed that MFE. Nice. Yeah, that's all good, guys. Like I said, abuse that MFE. I'm just going to explore a little, trying to see if I can get my experience in combination with MFEs to work in my favor. So far today, it's totally working in my favor. Yeah, again, if we looked at the volume profile for the day, it was just waiting for that freaking break above that value area and boom, acceleration. If we put yesterday's profile on, we're now in value of yesterday's profile with a major high volume node up there, which goes hand in hand with the Asian OU and transfer. So yeah, I don't think we're done yet, guys. I don't think we're done yet. But does price move in a straight line? No, it doesn't, right? Also have to remind ourselves of that. All right, Asian OU it is for now, where we're going to be stranding. I'll have a contract of at 914.50 at the transfer if we do get there. And it's just another waiting game right now. We made back our loss. We turned it into something green, so yeah. Not the best Monday, but it's a good Monday. Recovering a full loss on stream, ending cash flow green profits. Sign me up. Sign me up. All right, Kawa, how did you do today? You said N out, taking the cash flow. Cheat take, how did you do? Dale recovered his loss. Is now green. Beautiful. From minus 300 to plus 60. Beautiful. That's risk management there. All you need is risk management. Dude, I miss soundboards. I wish we had soundboards on this. That would be perfect. Switch. Hello. There we go. Our victory music. From minus 240 to currently plus 250 with one runner. Dude, let's go, Eric. Yeah, I'm currently having 2 runners left here. But like I said, I have a few FU targets for today. One being the Asian OU Open. No worries, Max. And this one. Heck yeah. Hi. See, dude, yeah, just a beautiful morning. Even though we had a loss, dude, this is risk management here. Not getting too greedy. Want to make sure I take the majority of my my trade out, obviously. Like if it's a A+ type of setup day, right, where everything's lined up below us, we have an out of stat low of day, in stat high of day. There's not a crazy big range above us with an open transfer. That's when you say, all right, I'm going balls deep on this one. All statistics are pointing down. This is just a stupid trade where I'd be stupid not to take a bit more risk, right? Today wasn't really that case because we had a lot of reasons to go short, like I was saying. But I was also saying, right, if we tag the MFE down here and we fail and we suck back above, that gives me a bit more of a bias on the run, because that means most likely we're not going to be filling these high probable MFEs that you see on the 5 minute here to the downside, but to the upside. This is an amazing setup, which usually results in a loss first, then a win. But that's fine. That's trading. And that's exactly what happened. We tagged the MFE extreme to the tick, the perfect tag, went up, got the long. That's why I went a little bit more risky on my scale outs and said I'm holding a bit more to these higher targets here because I wanted to make sure that, hey, this is a more high probable movement now. I'm happy taking the extra risk to potentially make a little bit more. And I still have 2 contracts running. I went in with 12, closed 10. Just needed a bit less volume at London Open. Yeah, that would have been perfect. That would have been an insane day. I think we would be up like a ton. That would have been a lot of money. Probably like you'd be up 600, 700, 800 for the day. Depending. If I did my stuff, I would be probably floating around a lot. Fuck, that would be a lot. We can check it out here. Let's go see. Because volume was okay. Wasn't perfect, but it was okay. If you took that low volume trade, spam click, stop loss would be 24375, I'm pretty sure. Yes. TP other side of the range. That's already no, you'd make a shit ton of money. Or did this get stopped out? It might have been stopped out actually. No. Boom. A bit of bop bop. Let's say we do the traditional way of scaling out. 66%. Okay. Then it's going to be, we're gonna have to turn the random and falsus profiler on. MFE would be your next 2 off. And then I'd say most likely P12 mid. Its final target is fine. Just to play it on safe. Or you do 1 contract off at the P12 mid. Don't think I can really put it on the P12 mid. No, I'll just do a tick before. And then your final one was the Asian OU for sure. So then this would have been your day. Yeah, plus 755. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that would have been perfect, Kawa. But it's going to happen, right? It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. That's all I will say. I've been backtesting this for a while. I know there's plenty of days where the volume started low. You would have had a chop trade, and then you had an amazing breakout after. It doesn't happen often, but I'm just saying they will happen. Or just a shit day where volume is so low, we're right at the POC, we're chopping like we did here, but you're just taking 2 chop trades, right? 1 and 2, and you're done. You made $600, $700 within half an hour, and you're sitting pretty in a choppy market, all done. Do we see more upside today? The extreme of the MFE is up there. Yeah, I'm going for the transfer. What the heck was that sound? What the heck was that sound? That scared me. How your P12 mid already print? So it's a different P12 because we're trading London. So the normal P12, right, for your New York is still forming at the moment. And that's still forming till 6. But ours is forming basically from, if I can, I think it's forming from 12 to midnight. I could be wrong. Yeah. So ours forms here 12 a.m. all the way to midnight there. Midnight open. That is, so this is our P12 for London. This is just for London and Asia. And then until 12. You can see that is the P12 right now. We've accepted above the mid. I mean, like I said, final target, 18 open range. 1,000%. And then if you trade New York, so something I might do for my final target is say, all right, if that New York P12 has formed, which it's not going to be too different. And I can show you if I go to the daily profiler here, take the beta off, target session New York. Oh, do I have the P12 levels off? All right. Gonna have to change this indicator a little. P12 box. Oh, but yeah, that P12 is still going to be forming. You can see these probabilities over here, P12, Globex open. We don't care about that at the moment. So yeah, this is just a London specific P12 because in London we weren't really able to use a P12. Now we are. It's just the previous 12 hours from the previous day in New York to midnight. It's really nice, dude. These levels, have them on. Even if you don't have the indicator, just look at the high of the 12 to 12 session and the mid. There's your P12. I'm telling you, during London, I think I'd have to run statistics for it, but the amount of times where we hit them with a clean big move is insane. Here, if we go to the previous day, this was Friday, also a pretty good day. Here, P12 high. We're holding it, then we broke above, sucked back in, boom, straight to the P12 mid. That's what I mean, like that big move from P12 to P12 level. Really consistent this day. P12 mid all the way to P12 low this day. We're at the P12 high. Oh, we didn't reach the P12 mid that day, but so that's one of the days where we didn't. I mean, this day we probably did it again. Yep, P12 mid to P12 low. Like you can see how consistent this is during London. This day we didn't reach it, I think. No. Still a good move there. And we chopped around the P12 low. Super choppy session. Yeah, they're great levels to have on your chart. Definitely. I suggest keeping them on. Still at the Asian OU. Having a struggle here. Max MFE all the way up there. Let's see, the P12 high hit rate for today. What is that? 57.14% chance with the median 8 to 830. Yeah. Again, am I expecting it to be that bullish today? I'm gonna be real, no. But who says we don't just take out that 18 high and do an absolutely disgusting 930? Oh, 1 second, guys. Someone came home. All right, there we are. Drez, good morning. Hang on. Coffee's in the veins, guys, I'm telling you. My dad came home, first thing he shouts, "Yo, ready for coffee?" See, now this is where my coffee addiction began. This is where it all started. Well, Drez, we had an absolute FU morning. So hope you guys have an amazing magic hour as well, because London's been great. London has been great. Currently still running this trade, but as you can see, we're doing nicely. One little loss to start the day, recovered, now up in profit. Great morning. See? I love it. Whenever Drez joins, everyone's like, see? Yes, guys. Oh, what a beautiful morning this was already. Here we go. More upside. Yeah. We turned this day around, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Yeah. We're still going. We're still going. This day is turning into a home run day, even though we started with a loss. We're still going. Freaking beautiful. Oh, I just realized the music turned off. All right, we'll do one last song, and then we're gonna call the session here, guys. I do have the gym that's waiting for me as well. Again, this is the last trade of the day for me. I'm in with the 2 contracts running, one off at the transfer, and then one is just a FU contract. Like I said, if 930 continues today, mate, I'll just be holding the contract to the moon, I guess. P12 high, probably. Wait, we do have. Hang on, we do have soundboards, don't we? We have soundboards. No way. All right, I'm gonna remember this for the next stream. This is for next Monday. That's funny. I didn't know they did that. All right, one more time. There we go. It's a bit low volume. Yeah, I don't want to ear blast you guys. It's really sensitive, the freaky sound thing. Here, watch. Oh, this is fine. Yes, sir. Smack the remaster in there. Just a great morning, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Even though it started with a loss again. This type of recovery, this type of risk management, that's why you're here. That's why we do it. What a trade so far. Holy. Oh, my bad. Hang on. I have to put one of these here. Scale out. All the green lines, those are my scale outs, guys. Right, so we had, just to recap real quick, TP. Then we had a scale out at our next high probable MFE at the highest average of that MFE before the fall off. Then at the P12 mid, as that had a stupid high probability. Another one at the Asian OU, which had also a stupid high probability. And now I'm holding 2 last contracts to the transfer here, where I'll take one off. And then my last contract is either going to be P12 high or nothing. That's just my FU contract for the day. Because believe it or not, right, that one contract look at this. Can still make me over $200. One little contract. Don't mind me, right? Don't mind me. I'll take that happily. So yeah, that was the day. Beautiful from a managed loss, right? Didn't risk crazy. 12 contracts there, 12 contracts to the upside, same risk. And yeah, just a beautiful long up. Recovering the losses, floating in profit, looking to scale the last contracts out at the extremes of the day. Which again, transfer holds a high probability. I keep saying it. Very high probable price area. So yeah. With all that out of the way, guys, I'm call the session here. Hope you all had an amazing morning here. Is there a cheat sheet for your? No, not at the moment. Nope. That was the morning, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all made some good money for those trading. And yeah, up next, Magic Hour, right? And it's going to be our next session, 6:30 a.m. EST. Did not mean to do that. So be sure to check in there. And again, we're trying to set a record today on the New York stream. So for all you here, try to be there on the 9:30. See how many people we can get. Pretty big giveaway in there as well if we do manage to hit that new high. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see if we make an around the clock killing again. Just kill the entire daily candle. Drez, good luck. Karl, Aldianas, everyone, good luck. And yeah, hope you have an amazing day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.